President Tinubu has been under more pressure regarding Nnamdi Kanu's matter. At this moment, the president is receiving pressure from all aspects. And in this video, we are going to begin to review another pressure. You know, after the court in Kenya awarded those damages to Nnamdi Kanu, after the court in Kenya said that they will pay Nnamdi Kanu 120 million in naira, there has been more pressure on Tinubu's government to release Nnamdi Kanu, and that's what we are going to review in this particular video. There have been calls both locally, internationally, for Tinubu to do the right thing. Let us look at it immediately. And this one is coming just few hours ago. Let me give you the full gist. Of course, you know that in Noble Media, we give you up-to-date information. As the news is dropping, we are giving it to you up-to-date information. That's why you need to subscribe. So if you have not subscribed, just click on subscribe right now. This is the information. This one is coming from IPOB. Indigenous people of Biafra demands end to Nnamdi Kanu's trial in Nigeria after Kenyan court declares rendition illegal. You know, the court in Kenya has said that the rendition of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. So it means that there is no reason why Kanu should still be in Nigerian prison or in DSS custody. In a statement signed by its Director of Legal Affairs, Research and Global Communications, Barrister Yedikachi Ife, the IPOB described the Kenyan court ruling as a judicial indictment of what it called a criminal operation carried out under the watch of former Nigerian Attorney General Abubakar Malami. Now let's get into the meat of the matter. By the way, if you are among those that want Nnamdi Kanu to be freed, please come under the comment of this video and type hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu. We are trying to get at least 1,000 people to comment it under this particular video. Even if you have commented before, come under the video and type free Nnamdi Kanu if you believe he should be freed. If you don't believe he should be freed, also come under the comment and tell us why Nnamdi Kanu should not be free. The indigenous people of Biafra has said that the judgment delivered by the High Court in Kenya declaring the arrest and transfer of its leader Kanu to Nigeria as illegal is a clear indictment that the ongoing trial of Kanu in Abuja by the Nigerian government is a national disgrace, an act of terrorism, and a violation of both domestic and international law. So IPOB is saying that Nigeria is committing an act of terrorism and a disgrace to Nigeria for still holding Nnamdi Kanu. In a statement signed by its Director of Legal Affairs, Research and Communications, Barrister Yedikachi Ife, IPOB described the Kenyan court ruling as a judicial indictment. Okay. This ruling, look at what IPOB said. This ruling is not merely a vindication of Nnamdi Kanu's long-standing position. It is a direct judicial indictment of the lawlessness perpetrated by the Nigerian government that now exposes Nigeria to multiple counts of treaty violations, state-sponsored terrorism, and grave human rights abuses. It shows that Nigeria is in a big mess in still holding Nnamdi Kanu. If you believe Kanu should be free, please rush to the comments and keep typing free Nnamdi Kanu. The ruling delivered earlier this month by the High Court in Nairobi, that is in Kenya, declared that Kanu's arrest and transfer from Kenya in June 2021 violated his fundamental rights to liberty, fair hearing, and due process. Don't forget that Kanu is not just a Nigerian citizen, but is also a British citizen. The court noted that no extradition proceedings were conducted before Kanu was taken from Kenyan soil, effectively terminating the act and abduction. So the way Nigerian government brought in Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria is an abduction. They did not follow the due process. Okay? The court's decision followed a suit filed by Kanu's legal team in Kenya, alleging that he was kidnapped in Nairobi, held incommunicado, and flown to Nigeria without lawful extradition proceedings. The Kenyan government had previously denied involvement, but the court found sufficient evidence that state agents had collaborated with foreign operatives in the illegal transfer. You know, when this whole matter started, Kenya said that their hand is not there. But after IPOB legal team followed it up, Kenya has admitted and also awarded 120 million naira in damages to be paid by Kenyan government to Nnamdi Kanu to say sorry to him. Okay. The ruling aligned with similar findings by Nigeria Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, Abia State, which in October 2022 held that Kanu's extraordinary rendition violated his rights and ordered his release, a judgment that has yet to be fully enforced by Nigerian authorities. Don't forget that the High Court said that Kanu should be freed in 2022, but Nigerian government under President Buhari refused. This government under Tinubu has also refused. That is why IPOB and other bodies have been mounting pressure on President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. That is why all of us, we are not within Nnamdi Kanu in prison. If you believe he should be free, don't never stop speaking out on social media or offline in one-on-one conversation. We must keep talking. Come under this video and also say something why Kanu should be freed. Citing Section 2(3)(f)(2) of Nigerian Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, IPOB argued that the act of abducting a person in violation of an international treaty amounts to terrorism under Nigerian law. IPOB noted that the section defines terrorism to include acts that unlawfully seize, kidnap, or abduct any person in breach of treaties to which Nigeria is a part of. Any Nigerian official, civilian or military, involved in the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya has, by operation of Nigerian law, committed an act of terrorism. The statement added. Okay, we move on. IPOB also referenced Article 12, Section 4 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which prohibited the expulsion of any legally admitted non-national without due legal process. The charter is domesticated in Nigerian law. The group urged Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja, who is currently presiding. You know, many judges has run away from Nnamdi Kanu's case, but this particular judge, Omotosho, is the one currently handling the case, to suspend proceedings and initiate a review of the court's jurisdiction in light of the Kenyan ruling and Nigerian laws. We move on. In Noble Media, we give you straight information as it is happening. We are giving it to you because we believe that knowledge is power. Information is power. That's why you need to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, click on subscribe. Just hit subscribe now. Okay? The trial built on illegality is itself illegal. A court that closes its eye to jurisdictional abuse loses moral and legal legitimacy. IPOB is saying that it is illegal for Nnamdi Kanu to be appearing in Nigerian court because the way he was brought in is illegal. Kanu was arrested in Kenya in June 2021 and flown to Nigeria to face terrorism-related charges. The circumstances of his return sparked international concern and legal challenges both in Nigeria and abroad. His trial resumed despite a period court of appeal ruling in October 2022, which quashed all charges and ordered his release. A court has quashed all charges against Nnamdi Kanu and ordered his release. The ruling was later stayed by the Supreme Court pending further proceedings. In March 2025, the Nigerian government refiled amended charges, prompting renewed objection from Kanu's legal team, who insists the trial lacks jurisdiction due to illegal rendition. IPOB urged the Nigerian government to immediately terminate the prosecution and comply with judicial pronouncement from both Kenya and Nigeria. You know, here in Nigeria, most of the time, court rulings are not obeyed. Court will say something, government will do what they like. But we must keep talking. You, I, all of us must keep talking. We are not saying this just because it is Nnamdi Kanu. Whether it happens to an Igbo person, an Hausa person, a Fulani person, a Ghana person, a US citizen, an European person here in Noble Media, once somebody's justice is being trampled upon, we are here to say the truth the way it is, and we cannot be compromised. Justice must begin with an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. Nigeria must release Nnamdi Kanu and terminate this trial forthwith, or risk being permanently stained as a rogue state that has criminalized its own constitution. IPOB is saying that Nigeria has no option than to release Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu has no option than to terminate all the shenanigans they go back and forth going on in the Nigerian court and let Nnamdi Kanu go. They should return him to where they brought him from. If you believe that Kanu should be free, please type under the comment of this video, free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I will want to get at least 1,000 persons coming under the comment of this video. Even if you have said it before, the more we talk about it, the more the international community, the more Tinubu and Nigerian government will be under pressure to do something. But if everybody keeps quiet, they will feel that nobody is speaking. So we must keep talking. Share this video, copy the link, share it to your friends, to your fans, to your followers, to your family. Let more people hear it. Let more people know what is happening, especially those that are outside Nigeria. They must be made to know what is happening on the home soil. And we believe that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is very, very, very close. If you have not subscribed, click on subscribe. I am giving you 2 videos on the screen. Click on it and watch now.